Actually, one of the first words that come to my mind when I think of higher education is freedom.
Continuing education after high school.
Learning a trade and perfecting things and gaining additional knowledge.
College, university, community college.
Possibilities, the unexpected, a desire to learn new things.
I was an average student at best, I would say, but very passionate in the things that I really enjoyed. And in the middle of school, I had invented a new technique for predicting the outcomes of elections that ended up working, and someone hired me and was paying me more than most people that I knew that were graduating.
I always knew I was going to college, absolutely. It was just like going from middle to high school, just how y'all went. You didn't question, you would go from middle to high school. I went from high school to the university.
Ultimately, what led me to decide to commit to college was the incredible range of opportunity that I knew it would afford for me.
Higher education actually involves a lot more than a university or community college, something like that. Higher education to me is any kind of learning once you're out of school. It could be either mentors, it could be reading books, or any kind of specialized education.
I had been obviously working and supporting myself during that time, but I realized that I wanted more. I was ready to pursue my personal interests and not just whatever job that was going to pay the bills along the way. I was ready to see the connections and why math and science and history was important to my interest in English and theater. That the arts are not separate from all those other things. In fact, a lot of the things in the arts happened because of what was going on historically and scientifically.
If I had to go back again, I would just focus more on my grades in school, which I finished school and I did okay, but I wish I would have at the beginning had the maturity to always be that mature to study more and focus.
I think one thing would be to continue the education. I think education is a good thing because I think there are a lot of times where having completed that shows that you have the discipline to complete something. And that was actually something that I didn't have at the time that I stopped going to college. And I think that would be a great thing to do. I think I would have dropped the things that my parents and society wanted me to study because I don't think those were the things that I needed to study. But I think if I would have kept that concentration in either music or art or both and finished that degree, that would have been a wise decision.
Probably the advice that I would have given myself when I was younger, to become a little more clear on what it was I really wanted to do in life. Put more focus on that, because I think I wasted a lot of years just trying to figure it out without really any help or direction. And I think early on, had I probably pursued college or a university of some kind, it probably would have been a waste of money and time because I was so unclear of even what I wanted to do.
I would have given myself permission to take a break from school. That's just for me, and live a little bit of life, work a little bit on my own, so that I could really hone in on what I really wanted to do, as opposed to wasting that couple of years and then sitting out for 6 years and then going back. I think for myself personally, if I had even just found an internship somewhere or something, instead of maybe feeling like the expectation that I had to go right away.
Looking back on my own career and seeing what worked and what didn't, I think that I would probably have persuaded myself to take more courses in business. The last thing that I wanted to do was study business. I had lots of people telling me to take business courses, things like that, and I thought, oh my God, that's so dry and dull, and I don't want to be a businessman, I want to be an artist. I want to be an artist, I want to be a storyteller. And so I ignored their advice and didn't take any classes in business. Once I got out of college and graduate school and actually was ready to begin my career as an artist, I found myself in the position of not really knowing how to make a living. I could make art, but I couldn't make a living because I didn't know what I needed to know about the business world.
I would think it would be probably like a bachelor's degree or even a master's degree, so you can excel into more jobs or not necessarily make more money, but you can increase your education level, and that makes people think of you as better.
Higher education is like, school after high school, going to college. I think more of a university.
My parents, because they haven't gone to college and I seen them struggle a little bit, so I don't want to go through that, so going to college seemed like it's the best choice to do.
To me, I think it's the motivation of how people will remember me in my life. I need to know that I'm going to get good grades, I'm going to be a successful man, I'm going to have a good family, I'm going to have plenty of money to provide my family and my life. It's just that I'm clinging on to.
Same thing. It hasn't really changed my view on it because I know that I'm going to still go to college and there's no way I'm not going to go, but it was nice seeing the different opinions from the other people who didn't go to college and were still successful,
Yes, it has a little bit, but not too much, but make me want to go to college more than what I already was going to go to college.
Probably passion. This is what I'm passionate about, making film, just anything, just arts and entertainment. It's what I love to do. I could do it 24/7. It's just something that I never get bored of. I love it.
It's not really a question I want answered, but what are you going to do with this stuff that you feel and this passion that makes you want to come in here in your summer and do something like this, And I love that process, and so I would say, yeah, at some point, tell me what you decided, and then later in life, tell me what you actually ended up doing. I'd be interested in knowing.